boiled eggs! It worked! Okay. We boiled the rotten eggs, and they're good again. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a glitch. It's not really supposed to do that. But for now, yeah, it worked. Protein and dairy. Well, guys, there's one thing we need that we have not really found yet for doing the more advanced metals, and that is nickel. So we're going to go on a little adventure and hopefully find some nickel. As you can see, I crafted this little cane here so I can walk faster. Hopefully it'll help us walk faster in the snow, but I'm going to take the horse anyway. Nice long journey. Or maybe I should go up in the boat. Let's use the boat and go up the river. That would be interesting. Yeah. Backpack, grab the kayak, and paddle. Let's try the sucker out. Oh. There we go. And away we go. When I initially looked around this spot to find out where our home should be, I'm pretty sure I explored this river and there was some nickel towards the end of it, so we're gonna check that out and see if it's still there. This kayak is super fast. I'm really liking it. Alright, time to switch to the torch. Gosh, that scared the crap out of me. This is cassiterite, that's 10. We got lots of cassiterite. It is nickel or garnierite that we want. And yeah, that was that little thing that we went in before when I was exploring, but apparently it was cassiterite and not nickel. Oh, there's a lot of bismuth everywhere, huh? Wow. Okay. So, are all these dark spots bismuth? Ooh, they might be. This might be a huge, huge thing of bismuth. Yeah, looks like all of this is bismuth. There's a ton of bismuth here. Alright, let's dig down right here. Oh, there we go. Bismuth ore. Ah. Now we were wandering this direction. So here's another little tip. If you take dirt and throw it in the water, it'll turn into mud. I had no idea. That would have been really useful to know a lot earlier. Alright, back on the hunt for nickel. Gold, hematite, white sand, rhyolite, limonite. Not what we want. And of course I fall down. So I then proceeded to wander around the world in search for nickel. This way, that way, through the snow. It was not pleasant. And I realized that you can't really see the rock indicators through the snow. I found some more bismuth, mined that out, got a ton. I also went back to the iron mine and mined out a whole bunch more iron because I knew we were going to need a lot of iron, right? So I saved a lot of this impure pile stuff that I crushed so that I could show you the fun of tossing it in here into the water. That is just so fun to watch. So satisfying. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, let's check out this little edge right here. I want to see what that is. And then we'll head south and look through the basalt areas. Dacite. Guano. There's a lot of dacite. This beach. Oh. That is awesome. Okay, that is exactly what we're looking for. Garnierite. We found nickel. Oh, this is such a relief. The search is over. Now we can dig some up because we really need that. Now I switched the map to the vanilla colors because on the accurate colors it's harder to tell what the ores are. I mean, accurate is nice. I like that. But if you have the vanilla coloring, then ores that are on the ground show up as this kind of a bright green, so it's easier to see. So we can see there's some right here, there's a bunch up here. I don't know what this is up here. Although now that we've found it, I'll probably switch back to accurate. And now you can see the accurate color of the ore is kind of this, I don't even know what to describe it, some kind of dark green, grayish color. Let's see, let's find the garnierite that is farthest this way. Oh, cobaltite. That is another indicator of nickel. Wow, this stuff is everywhere. Look at that, it's clear over here. Okay, so it's not this far. I think this is the farthest, right here. So let's put a torch down to mark it. Boom. And then we'll go this way and see how far it goes this way. Maybe right here. We'll use the stones. Throw a stone there. Throw a stone there. Throw a stone there. So with those stones thrown down, we can look at the map and we can see the loose rocks are where I put the torches. So the middle is probably about right here. If we want to, we can create a waypoint right there. We can call this nickel. It's a greenish gray, so let's do a dark green. Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. So now we know where the middle is. The middle is about right here. So this is the middle right here. Then we are going to dig right here. Oh. So we went from dacite to diorite. Oh, and the diorite is where you can find the garnierite. There it is. That is our nickel. That's what we want. Cobaltite, diorite, electrotine. That's interesting. And tin. There's tin here too. That's cool. All right, so since we hit this, this is going to be our top. We're going to put in a support right here. Let's get mining. Creeper. There's a cave. Why does there have to be a cave? Caves are always a problem when you're trying to mine, because they can cause cave-ins. Yep, see, that's what I was afraid of. It's alright though, it's alright. It is supported, but it might cause a cave-in. Let's see, there's all this stuff that could cave in. That's the problem. Supports, they don't prevent cave-ins, they just prevent the stuff right next to you falling. But if you have a big cave like this, then it's really easy to get cave-ins everywhere. That's why we are putting up these planks. Prevent this area from at least caving in. Alright, let's check it out. What do we got? Can we swim it? Oh, beautiful. So you have normal cassiterite, normal garnierite, ore. Okay, so we got tin, saltpeter, that's cool. Got some tin, we got some alunite, which we don't need yet. Garnierite, which of course we absolutely need. Pentlandite, which is more nickel. Actual raw nickel, that's cool. Electroline, electrotine, we don't need that yet. Diatomite, don't need that yet. Cobaltite, don't need that yet. And cobalt, which we also don't need yet. So let's grab the stuff we need. Do we have enough? I think we do. I think we have enough. We can start getting on making some of those other more interesting metals. All right, I got all of the different items that we need to make the red steel and the blue steel all up on the board here. Starting with red steel, you have to hammer the high carbon red steel into red steel. And you get the high carbon red steel by hammering a weak red steel and a black steel together. You have to mix black steel, steel, and rose gold and brass all together to make weak red steel. And in order to make the black steel, you have to hammer high carbon black steel, which you get from weak steel and pig iron smashed together. And you get weak steel from steel and nickel and black bronze mixed together. The black bronze you get from the gold and silver and copper. And let's see, so you need to know what rose gold and brass is. Brass is just zinc and copper together. Rose gold is gold and copper together. And on the blue steel track, it's very similar to the red steel, only instead of weak red steel, you need weak blue steel, which is black steel, bismuth bronze, and sterling silver. And so the bismuth bronze is just the copper, zinc, and bismuth. We've done that before. But the sterling silver is silver and copper. And so with all of this on here, we have a clear path to getting to red steel and blue steel. It is a lot of stuff to do. I think first thing we should do is probably make some of these in ingot form. The ratios on some of the stuff, like right here, the weak red steel, you need to have black steel, steel, rose gold, and brass. You can get brass and rose gold by alloying. However, you cannot alloy steel and black steel. You have to actually make those, because the steel you get from high carbon steel, which you have to do in the blast furnace. The black steel, you have to make high carbon steel or high carbon black steel first. So you have to do this stuff. So there are some things which you have to have in ingot form, and then in the ingot form, the black steel, you melt it with the steel, with the rose gold and the brass. So some of these things we're going to have in ingot form. Others we can just throw like in some dust. That'll give us the right ratios. Sphalerite dust. Okay, so zinc doesn't. So we're probably going to want to make a bunch of zinc ingots instead of dust. Okay, so we got a nice little pile of zinc. Let's mix it with some copper to get some brass. Wow, that's not a lot of zinc then. It's like 1 zinc and 9 copper. Okay, and we don't have to use that. We can just get like 9 copper dust. Let's throw that in. Get it started. Yeah, it melts it very hot. So that zinc is going to go in very quickly. And there we go. We've got 10 ingots of brass. Let's get that going. Brass melts it orange, so it should solidify as soon as it gets below orange. Then we're going to need some rose gold. The rose gold is about 7 to 3 copper, gold to copper. So 7 gold and 3 copper. So 7 gold, 3 copper. Okay, let's get some of that going. Black steel is, we're going to need pig iron, and we need weak steel, which needs steel, nickel, and black bronze. So we're going to need some pig iron. So let's get some pig iron going. Okay, but we're actually going to be able to do a lot more. I think we can do 3, maybe 4 batches with just 1 stack of coke here. Which means we're actually going to want this times 4, so 32. Oh, just barely not. That's right, we'll throw some hematite in there as well. So we need 32 flux as well. Nice. Okay, so we need the black steel, and we need the pig iron plus weak steel. Weak steel is black bronze and steel. So the black bronze is gold, silver, and copper. 2 gold, 2 silver, 6 copper. Oh, tomatoes! Tomatoes are ready. That's awesome. Do we want to harvest the tomatoes, or do we want to let them go to seed and get more tomatoes? I think this year we're gonna try and just let stuff go to seed so we get more seeds. Throw that last one in. Should have 5 and 5. And there we go. 10 ingots of black bronze. Let's get it going. Ooh, it's hot in there. Oh, yay, yay, yay. This is great. Okay, so after black bronze, we need steel, nickel, and black bronze together. So we're gonna need some steel, which we have over here. Steel, nickel, and black bronze makes weak steel. So if we just do the middle, if you have 2 black bronze ingots and 2 nickel ingots and 6 steel. 2 of these. Okay, so we need 6 steel. Here's 5. Grab another one of these, throw it in there. That's 6. And then we're also going to need 2 nickel. That's the garnierite or nickel dust. Let's just do the nickel dust. Got 2 of those. Oh, went out. We need a lot of charcoal. A lot of charcoal to do this. Nickel. We gotta pump it. One more nickel and it should turn into weak steel. Come on. Nope. Get in there. Yep, there we go. Weak steel. Alright, great. So now we can let that out, except weak steel probably has to be above that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, see if we can get the last 5 in. Nope. So then we'll have some weak steel. You take the weak steel plus the pig iron to make the high carbon black. So let's take pig iron. Can we just smash these together over here? Nope. They have to be welded. Okay, fine. Now we just need to weld these together. These melt at brilliant white and brilliant white, so as long as we don't pump it, we should be fine. We're just going to have to hammer them together, weld them. Okay, so they can be welded together. So you grab a pig iron and a weak, and you stick them together and you smack them. And you get high carbon black steel. Oh yeah. Okay, while we're waiting for that to heat up, we can go ahead and take this high carbon black steel and put it on the health hammer and have it hammered into the black steel. Oh, that's why we got to turn off that, turn that on. There we go. Turn the health hammer on. And it won't do anything unless I throw it on. Oh, no, no, no. It's because it can't do it on that anvil. Oh, that's right. Shoot. You know what that means? We're gonna have to make all the anvils too. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot about that. We go to the quest book and we go to progression table. It'll actually show us the anvils, and we've gotten all the way up to a steel anvil, but we have not done a black steel and then after that you have to have a red or a blue steel anvil. So first things first, we need to make a black steel anvil. In order to do that, well, we're going to need 7 double ingots, which means we're going to need 14 ingots total. So we better make some more black steel then, huh? We have to turn the high carbon black into black ourselves. Can't just put these back together, so we need to we have to heat them up, and we have to work them on the anvil ourselves so that we can get the nicer anvil. Yeah, okay then. Into the black steel, so high carbon needs to be 3 hits. So we go at least 9 up, just 2 more, so boom. There we go. Then we need to keep that hot so we can weld it together. Okay, good. Okay, and then weld. And we can just throw it off the side, we don't need it right now. Weld. To the side. Oh, I think we're gonna run out of steel. We're gonna need a lot more steel. In fact, it may be a better time to upgrade this and just go ahead and put plates on all of the levels here so we can use them all. But for now, let's get this done. Okay, great. Now we can make the black iron anvil. Or not black iron, black steel anvil. Done. Throw it right there. So we're thinking 4 black steel, 2 steel, 1 rose gold, and 1 brass will give us the right ratio. So let's try that. 2 black steel in here. Let's get that started to heat up because it's going to take a while. Wait, did I say? No, it's not 2, it's 4. So 4 black steel, 2 steel, 1 rose gold, and 1 brass. So 1 brass, 1 rose gold. Throw those in. And if my calculations are correct, that should give the precise percentages for weak red steel. I really hope it does, because if it doesn't, I'm going to have to figure out something else. No, gotta get it up one more time. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And weak red steel, yes, that worked. You got exactly 25% steel, which is the maximum you can have. 50% black steel, which is the minimum. And then the rose gold and brass are pretty much in the middle of what can be. Now, if I let it out, I can't because it has to be really hot in order to be molten. There we go. First bit of weak red steel. And then the weak red steel you smash with black steel. Means we're gonna need a lot more black steel. All right. So now we should be able to smack these two together. High carbon red steel. Then the high carbon red steel you smash into red steel. But you have to have a red. Wait. Oh, this is a steel anvil. We can't do it on steel anvil. We have to do it on black steel anvil. Ah, there's our first red steel ingot right there. Nice. Okay, and then we smash these two together. Then we have to take it over to the black steel anvil in order to work it. Okay, great. We just got to do that 12 more times to get a red steel anvil. Either that or we do the blue steel. I don't know, which one do we want? Red steel anvil or blue steel anvil? Because you don't have to have both. In order to make a lot of black steel, we're going to need a lot of regular steel, which we are running out. So let's make some more steel. There's 4 per layer. We have 3 layers, so we can do 12. But we can do that maybe 5 times, so 60. We should try it. Let's do 6 more coke. We'll just do 8 coke and see how far we can get with that. If we're going to be doing a lot of this, instead of doing this, I think you can pump it into a mold table and then suck the ingot out. Okay, so we have a little bit of a Frankenstein experiment here. We're going to try to use this pump to pump the molten copper out of here and into the mold. And we'll see if it instantly cools. And then we're going to use the 8 copper ingots that we're making here to create a couple of pipes to go up to here. So then it'll automatically suck the ingot when it's done down into the chest. But first we're going to just test it and make sure that this works with the hand crank. Yeah, that works. We got the ingot and it's perfectly cooled off. It doesn't even take much, just a little bit. So now we can take those, I don't need that. Okay, we can take those 4 and throw them onto the Hellhammer, or just stick them up here. The Hellhammer do its thing. Only takes a couple blows on the copper, which is nice. Okay, we'll take those and make a couple of pipes like this. Nice. Now we can take those pipes and put them there and there. And technically that should work. I guess we'll see. Should we test it out? Let's just throw in a couple more copper. Test it out just for fun. Okay, it's melted. Now let's crank this up and see what happens. Did that work? It came out. Is there anything up here? No, because they both fell into here. That's awesome. And the whole reason we're doing this is so we can automate the steel so much better, because we've got 3 layers, so we can do 12 at a time. We're going to throw in 60 of each with just 8 coke as fuel, and we'll see how many bars we can go through. So let's light it up. The fuel, we could have put in 12, but I think 8 might have been enough to go through this 5 times, and that's why we did 60. And we'll see. And there's only 12 in there right now, but throwing 60 in, there's a whole bunch that are just, they're just like lying right there waiting. And as soon as this is hot enough and it processes, it'll move the rest down in. It'll just drop down in automatically. Get over here and start cranking when it melts. Okay, great. Let's start cranking that. Is that working? It's flowing out. And pig iron's right there, so yeah. And we've got pig iron coming out. Seems like it doesn't take very much time to empty out of this. I think this can hold 4,000 millibuckets. So really we just need to make sure the top is nice and hot and emptying. And once we get all of this processed and into here and emptied into the crucible, then I think we just crank it for a little bit and it'll like just pop all of them into here. Oh, yep, I think this is the last stack right here. And we should probably start cranking this then. Yeah. Oh, push it again. Okay, so we got 1,500 millibuckets. Just crank this for a little bit. Oh yeah, we emptied it all. It was easy. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. This setup is great because now we're going to be able to do all the other ingots as well and get them done fast. We don't have to wait for them to cool. Another upgrade would be, instead of a hand crank, just have, I don't know, like a water wheel that would just be constantly pushing this maybe. Or we could engage it with a lever and a clutch like we did over there. But, you know, the hand crank, it's not too bad. It does seem to be going pretty fast. You can tell when it's hot enough because it gets a little brighter just like that. Alright, let's make some more black steel so we can make some more red steel so we can make a red steel anvil. And you know what, we should probably write down the numbers that we're using here. That way we know. Because we did figure out, yeah, to make weak steel, we could do a 1 nickel, 1 black bronze. No, that's not it. It was the weak red steel. It was 4 black steel, 2 steel, 1 rose, and 1 brass. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4, yeah, so weak red steel. That will make 8 weak red steel. 4, 2, 2. Okay, great. Okay, now that we have the black steel, we can smash it with the weak red to get actual high carbon, and then red. Can weld, put them on, smash with a hammer. It'd be nice if there's a way to automate this, and there is, but not right now. Okay, we need these to be double ingots, so let's throw them in. Okay, now we can take those 7 and create a red steel anvil. Sweet. Okay, so we got our red steel anvil. We can do anything on this. We can forge anything. Move to the blue next. Okay, so weak blue is, surprise, surprise, black steel and steel, plus bismuth bronze and sterling silver. Is it the same ratio? 4 black steel, 2 steel, 1 bismuth, 1 sterling. Let's take a look. Yep, it looks like it's the exact same ratios. So let's edit this. Okay, that works. Do we have any bismuth, bronze, and sterling silver? No, we do not. Okay, so we gotta make some bismuth, bronze, and sterling silver. Okay, 6 silver, 4 copper. And then we're going to need some bismuth bronze, which is copper, zinc, and bismuth. Okay, we're going to do 6 copper, 2 bismuth, and 2 zinc. That will make 10 ingots of bismuth bronze. Okay, let's see, is this nice and heated up? It's unknown because we have to throw in the last silver dust. Okay, sterling silver. Let's do it up. Should have 10 sterling silver ingots, right? Oh, do it some more. Okay, 10 sterling silver. 6 copper. 2 bismuth. And 2 zinc. Got a couple of zinc. Put it in here. Bismuth bonds. Excellent. Let's crank it out. There we go. 4 black, 2 steel, 1 bismuth, and 1 sterling silver. So, bismuth, 1 silver. Let's get those thrown on. That should give us some weak blue steel. Yeah. Weak blue steel. Nice. That should be 8 weak blue steel, which we then we need to pair with the black ingots, right? Yeah, weak blue steel plus black ingot, or black steel. So we need to make more black steel. Big surprise. You need a lot of black steel. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 black steel. Weld them together and we'll have some blue steel. And why are we doing blue steel, you say? For starters, you need to make a blue steel bucket and a red steel bucket in order to make the true bucket, the Minecraft bucket, which can move sources, liquid sources, which is very important, of course. So once we get that done, then we'll look into why you would want blue versus red steel, and then we can decide which one we want to make. So it's a blue steel bucket and a red steel bucket. Weld them together, you get the bucket. We had to do a bunch of the red ones because we had to make an anvil. We decided to go for a red one. Now we don't have to necessarily build a blue anvil since we already have the red one. Nice, blue steel. It's our first blue steel. Ooh, I like the look of that. It's nice. Okay, so grab the 2 blue steel, weld them together. That's fine. We'll just smash these together real quick. Then pick up the red anvil. We'll go trade it for the other one. Put it on top there. Throw that. There we go. Throw that on as well. And we're gonna have to heat it up again because it cooled off when it got smashed. That's okay. Okay, there it is. And we're gonna need this back. So maybe we should make a blue one just so that we have the 2. We're gonna need that for doing some work on it. Okay, put it on here, and we want, use the hammer, we want a red steel bucket. So that needs 3 bends, so that's gonna be 21. So 21 from here. Let's see, what is that? 94? 93. So 93 minus 21. So that's 72. So we need to go 5, 6, 8 more. 2, 3, 4. And then do 3 bends. There we go. Red steel bucket. Nice. Ooh, it's thundering out there. We can keep that warm because we're going to have to weld it to the blue bucket. Okay, blue bucket is same thing, 21. So except 21 from, what is that, 107. So 107 minus 21 is 86. That's 80. We need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, and then bend, bend, bend. Yes. Okay, bucket. Weld. Take it and weld it together to form the bucket. I can pick up a water source, and that's it. I can move waters around. It's awesome. Okay, great. Okay, for now, let's douse this. There are a lot of cool things you can make with the blue and the red steel. I don't know all of them. We'll have to investigate. But for now, hey, at least I have a water bucket.